Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of RTN News. I'm Lauren Rotella.
And I'm Rachel Williamson. It was a scary day for Rowan students on Monday. Less than a week after a mass shooter at a community college in Oregon killed 9 people, Philadelphia area schools were on alert because of a threatened violence. The threat was made on 4chan, a simple image-based bulletin board where everyone can post comments and share images anonymously. The anonymous user included in his post, on October 5, 2015 at 1 p.m. Central Time, a fellow robot will take up arms against a university near Philadelphia. His cries will be heard, his victims will cower in fear, and the strength of the Union will decay a little more. Dozens of institutions in the Philadelphia area had planned to stay open, but were taking precautions. Fortunately, no violence took place on Monday, but the threat left an impression on students, bringing the idea of a mass shooting too close to home.
For paleontology students at Rowan University, they're about to have a real-life dinosaur dig right in their classroom. At the bottom of the 65-acre quarry in Mantua, New Jersey, lies the site that Rowan University has purchased for $1.95 million. The quarry, off Woodbury-Glassboro Road, had been owned by the Inverson Company for nearly a century. The university plans to create a new School of Earth and Environment and utilize the site as a naturally built classroom for research. About 100 people gathered to celebrate the monumental purchase. Rowan's Board of Trustees voted to move forward with the site earlier this month.
The New Jersey Cash 5 lottery ticket for Saturday's drawing is in the hands of one future lucky winner. Of all tickets sold for Saturday's Cash 5 drawing, it was the only one to match all of the winning numbers, 10, 17, 30, 31, and 35. The ticket was sold at Todd's News Agency on Delsey Drive in Vineland. It was recently announced to be worth more than $289,000. For selling the winning ticket, Todd's News Agency will receive a bonus check for $2,000. Earlier this year, a woman won the largest prize offered in a New Jersey lottery instant ticket, $5 million. Locals seem to be getting lucky.
Governor Chris Christie declared a state of emergency last Thursday as Hurricane Joaquin was said to be approaching New Jersey and the East Coast. The state's Office of Emergency Management was activated by Christie at 6 a.m. on Thursday and remained open for the duration of the storm. Emergency contractors were put on alert with more than 700 DOT personnel ready to be deployed. Many New Jersey citizens replied with, "At least he showed up." It's clear that many are still upset over the failure to launch in the midst of June's severe South Jersey storms.
Expect to see Atlantic City's boardwalk purple this Sunday. Walkers dressed in Alzheimer's Association's signature color will join together to raise awareness and funds for research. Many take the walk alongside their four-legged friends, and for that, pampering stations will be set up with treats and toys for the pets that take the trip. Pampering will also be available to our two-legged walkers. Chair massages will be ready to reward them for their kind-hearted efforts. With the addition of a kids' activity center, it's safe to say that everyone will be able to attend and walk together in a fight against Alzheimer's. Now coming up later in the show, we have health tips and sports. But now, here's Jashanti with our local weather update.
Today is going to be sunny with a high 70 degrees and a low 56 degrees. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good week besides isolated thunderstorms on Friday with a high of 76 degrees and a low 53 degrees, and a few showers on Saturday with a high 59 degrees and a low 44 degrees. Make sure you stay bundled up because it is fall and the weather will continue to drop and get colder as the weeks go on. Don't forget to bundle up, guys.
At least it's going to stop raining a little bit.
Stop raining.
I hope so.
As I said
There's
before,
still a chance of rain.
That's what I'm hoping, that we clear out, we get the fall cool breeze coming, you know,
Yeah.
more pumpkin picking and fall activities.
Exactly.
So we're ready
Like
for
the
it.
weather just changes so much. Like it's hot, then cold, hot.
We
then
never
cold,
know what
in
to expect.
between.
We never know. We just have to break out the boots and
Exactly.
then call it.
I'm fine with that.
That's it.
Well, coming up after the break, we have the local entertainment for you.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
up on sex, don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Packers. Viking. Packers. Viking. Viking.
Red state. Blue state. Vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities, our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
You mean Cameron? 3. Welcome back. Melissa Priori is here with your entertainment news.
As Rowan University expands, so does the growing need to merge with and support the town of Glassboro itself. Special events along Rowan Boulevard are already off to a great start this year with the success of September 4th's Cruise Night Car Show. Open to the public, the show featured a display of classic top-quality cars along either side of the boulevard, as well as food vendors. Crowds found not only nostalgia in beautifully renovated Cadillacs, but also entertainment in live band performances. Rowan Boulevard is expected to see its next great turnout for its homecoming block party on October 16th. This past Friday, engineering students from Rowan, Glassboro High School, and Villanova University competed in the Rowan IEEE chapter's Sumo Robot Kit competition. Yes, you heard correctly, sumo wrestling robots. Taking place in the Rowan Hall atrium, the competition was much like regular sumo wrestling to push your opponent's robot out of the ring. 13 teams competed in the competition with prizes valued at over $500. This is Rowan's second year holding the competition. Outer space lovers have something to be excited about, and I'm not talking about the recent discovery of water on Mars. Rowan's Edelman Planetarium is currently showing solar superstorms in its Star Theater. The hour-long presentation, narrated by Benedict Cumberbatch, takes viewers inside the journey of a superstorm in which the sun's gas causes magnetic eruptions powerful enough to affect communications on Earth. And yesterday, the planetarium also offered a show geared towards children called The Little Star That Could. This kid-friendly presentation about the life of a star was a part of the planetarium's monthly family series. Art After Hours is teaching students how to go from just average to artists. Samantha Berenberg has the details.
Artistic juices were flowing Saturday night at Raw's Art After Hours. If students got there early enough, they were able to join a large painting lesson with Lauren Raymer from Paint Time, where she taught everyone to paint a still life picture. If that wasn't for you, it was perfectly okay to paint whatever you wanted as well. The first 100 people were also able to design their own wooden sculpture under the guidance of Lance Vargas, a New Orleans-featured artist. If you came late or weren't interested in getting dirty, you could create your own photography word art.
Well, I just made my sister's Christmas gift, so that's off the list.
This weekend was also Family Weekend, so students were welcome to show their family what Raw is all about. Students and family have definitely gotten into the artistic spirit here. From Rowan After Hours, this has been Samantha Berenberg with RTN News.
That looks a lot like when they have the people come to your house and teach you how to paint. You can enjoy a cocktail or a
wine
glass
and
of
the
wine.
painting. My mom has hers hung up everywhere all over the house.
I don't know. I don't think they're drinking at school, but
it's definitely a girl thing.
Yeah.
It's got to be a girl thing.
You know, you got to show off your creativity while, you know, also having gifts to give people for Christmas, like she said. Because
I think we should all just group gift.
You don't want to see me
and that's
paint.
what we should do. It might be a little bad.
Right.
Yeah, it's a thought that counts. It's fine.
Yeah.
Now let's head it over to Erin with this week's health update.
The weather is changing and the common cold season is upon us. Signs of the common cold include runny nose, coughing, fever, fatigue, headache, and a sore throat. Ways that you can avoid the common cold are by constantly washing your hands or carrying around a travel hand sanitizer, because colds are spread through person-to-person contact or by air. Although there are no drugs or antibiotics to cure a cold, there are different medicines that can help relieve the symptoms, such as cough drops, acetaminophen, decongestants, and nasal sprays, all of which can be found at Rogo for those that live on campus. If you have a cold, doctors advise you to reduce your activity and exercise, but don't stop it, because minimal exercise can help your body to fight off the cold. Be sure to stay on a regular diet and drink extra fluids. Hot fluids are recommended to help clear your nasal passages. If symptoms worsen or don't stop after a week, the Rowan Health Center offers appointments for sick visits. Appointments can be made by calling the Student Health Services at 856-256-4333 or visiting the online wellness link at www.rowan.edu/open/studentaffairs2/health center. Along with sick visits, Rowan's Wellness Center offers counseling and psychological services. Due to the threat of violence on a Philadelphia college this Monday, the Wellness Center would like all students to know that there is a counseling available 24/7 for anyone feeling anxious or worried about the situation and would benefit from talking to a counselor. They offer walk-in or appointment services every day of the week. They are open Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Fridays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. After office hours, you can call Public Safety at 856-256-4911 and ask for an on-call counselor any time of the day, Mondays through Sundays. So many people say that we spend so much useless time on our phones every day, but sometimes that phone usage can be effective. Rowan's Wellness Center homepage has listed several different apps on their website that can actually help students to be more healthy and stay motivated doing it. Feel like you want to lose some extra weight or know how many calories or grams of sugar you are putting into your body every day? Try the Lose It app or the Nike Training Club app. Both have options to help your focus on yourself, goals, and have various grocery items and even meals from different chain restaurants to show what you are really eating. Perhaps you are just stressed out or a little more anxious with school and work. Well, there are even apps like Relaxation, Simply Being, Mindfulness Bell, or MyCalm, which all have you take a moment out of your day to do some slow breathing exercises, or play your favorite soothing song, or even guided meditation. This is even an app called Pocket First Aid that can teach you how to do CPR or first aid in an emergency that hopefully you will never have to use, but always good to have just in case. Lastly, this Thursday, October 8th, is World Mental Health Day, and Rowan's Rec Center will be taking part to help spread awareness. Starting at 11 a.m. with art therapy to help students relieve stress through crafts and coloring, as well as a depression screening from the counseling and psychological services at Rowan. Following, they will host an indoor cycling class to get your head clear and your heart pumping. Have class or work in the morning and can't make it to any of these? That's okay, because to end the day at 11:30, they will be hosting an outdoor yoga session on the IM field to help reduce your stress, lower your blood pressure, and improve your heart function. So head to the Rec Center this Thursday to help show your support for Mental Health Day or go and relieve some of your own stress. So what will you guys be doing to take part in Mental Health Day?
Mental Health Day, I think that's like an advertisement for any college campus, and I think it's so great.
I like the idea of yoga, and it's pretty cool to see the counseling, them pushing apps for your phone.
Right.
Yeah. Usually they try to get us off our phones. So.
I know,
yeah,
and
exactly.
they're pushing technology.
Yeah.
And
it's nice because it like takes you out of time out of your day to like calm you down or give you like a slow breathing exercise. So it's like the good balance.
It's nice that the school thinks about us too and our mental state, which is really helpful.
Yeah.
All right, well, coming up after the break, we'll have updates on prop sports and get insight on this week's segment of Rowan Opinion.
Bring this one.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Welcome back. Now for the latest in Rowan athletics, here's John Patterson.
Thank you, Rachel. This week in Rowan Sports, after 2 consecutive wins, the Rowan University women's soccer team hosted Alverna University on Monday. Midfielders Sammy Pagnani, Dara Wagner, and Lisa Cella, and forward Maxine New all scored 1 goal. Forward Melissa Kelly contributed with 2 assists, while back Rebecca Fasano and midfielder Sarah Rosenberg had 1 apiece. Goalie Courtney Simpson did not let up a goal all evening. The final score was 4-0 Rowan. The Profs improved their record to a then 6-1-1, and their winning streak moved up to 3. The Rowan University men's soccer team had its winning streak snapped in a 1-0 loss to Rutgers Camden on Wednesday night. The only goal of the game was scored in the 72nd minute mark. Midfielder Clayton Taylor headed the ball past the keeper off an assist from back Raquan King. The Profs are now 8-2 overall, and they are 1-1 in the New Jersey Athletic Conference. Rowan continues its 3-game road trip at Ramapo College on Saturday, October 3rd at 1 p.m. The Rowan Ice Hockey Organization hosted an exhibition game on Friday, October 2nd, between the Division II and Division III teams to raise awareness for cancer. The game was played in memory of Barbara Med, Rowan hockey parent, and Hank Van Dusen, longtime videographer and fan, who both lost their lives to cancer this past year. D3 player Brandon Med, son of Barbara, and D2 player Connor McEwen, son of Glassboro State hockey alum, took the ceremonial first face-off in honor of Barbara and Hank. D2 defeated D3 by a score of 10-5 in a competitive matchup on their off weekend. D3 will return to the ice on Saturday against the University of Maryland with a 5:30 p.m. scheduled puck drop. D2 travels to Ryder on Friday night for an 8:30 p.m. puck drop. You can catch both games at live.rtnch5.com. The Rowan University football team come from behind once again. They scored 14 points in the 4th quarter to defeat Christopher Newport University 14-9 on Saturday night. Christopher Newport went to the locker room with a 7-0 lead. They held the lead until the 4th quarter. On Rowan's first possession in that 4th, Dante Pickney hooked up with Whitler Marcelin on a 37-yard touchdown pass to bring Rowan within 1. Marcelin finished the game with 75 rushing yards on 22 attempts, along with that 1 catch and 1 touchdown. The snap on the point after attempt was fumbled, then picked up in return by Christopher Newport for a defensive 2-point conversion. The Captains led 9-6. On Christopher Newport's ensuing drive, Rowan linebacker Jeff Rodriguez blocked the punt, and the Profs recovered the ball at the Captains' 34-yard line. Running back Jasim Rover ended the 34-yard drive with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kicker Tyler Knighton then kicked the point after into the ground, but was able to pick up the botch kick and run it into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, giving Rowan a 14-9 advantage and the win. The Profs remain undefeated at 4-0 overall, and they are 3-0 in the New Jersey Athletic Conference. The Profs are also their best start since the 2005 season. The Captains are 1-3 overall, and they have a 1-2 record in the conference. Rowan travels to Salisbury University on Saturday, October 10th at 1 p.m.
They got really lucky with that 4th quarter win.
Oh my goodness.
I wish my Eagles could have done the same thing.
Don't go there.
They kept a good record.
Well, listen, I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm a Falcons fan. We are 4-0.
Just like the team, the football team, just like the Profs.
I know, we're doing an amazing job this year.
Yeah.
I know, I have to go to the Eagles game on Sunday, so I got to root for them. All right, now into a little bit more of some national news. The pilot of an American Airlines passenger jet died during a flight from Phoenix to Boston on Monday, October 5th. The flight had 147 passengers and 5 crew members on board, as it was flying to Boston when the pilot became ill. The official did not specify the cause of death, but said it was from an illness that will be investigated. The flight was redirected to Syracuse, New York that morning, where the co-pilot landed the flight safely shortly after 7 a.m.
A black-tipped shark bit a teenager at a Volusia County beach in Florida on Sunday, October 4th. The 14-year-old boy was surfing with 4 friends at the coast and paddling out when he encountered the 4-foot-long blacktip, a species common in that area. It bit the teen on the left hand, and the 14-year-old punched it as he went away, and it only bit him 1 time. He then turned around and paddled to shore and flagged down one of the beach safety officers to be treated. He had surgery done, and although nothing is for certain, he may be looking at ligament damage.
Textbook publisher McGraw-Hill will rewrite a section in one of its books after a Houston area mother complained that it whitewashes the role of slavery in bringing Africans to America. The mother took to Facebook last week to vent her frustration over the wording of a passage in her son's textbooks that calls African slaves workers and immigrants, appearing that they were being paid. McGraw-Hill heard the outcry, reviewed the section, and concluded that The wording doesn't live up to the publisher's standards, and the edits will appear in an online version of the book immediately and will be included in the next book's printing.
General Mills is recalling 1.8 million boxes of Cheerios labeled gluten-free that may contain wheat. The company said in a press release on Monday, October 5th, that issues offloading flour at its facility in California may have caused the contamination and affects 4 days' worth of factory's production. General Mills ordered boxes still at warehouses and on store shelves to be returned and is asking customers with wheat allergies to call the company. To determine if the cereal that you're having is affected, the customers can contact them and check the codes at Cheerios.com.
It is a little strange to like a Facebook post where a friend shares tragic news such as the death of a loved one. You like it, it's you showing that you're supporting it, but in some way, aren't you also liking the horrible event that happened? Well, Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook, is speaking of the company working on the new feature that would give people the ability to express empathy. It won't be as simple as a dislike button that would be detrimental to already anxious teens. Therefore, Zuckerberg is having quite the task coming up with the right tool, stating that it has been challenging, but he will update us in the upcoming weeks. Now, let's take a look at what Jennifer Vargas' Rowan University students are doing for this week's Rowan Opinion.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Vargas with RTN News. In the beginning of the 2015 fall semester, the journalism department has moved to High Street. Let's find out Rowan's opinion. How do you feel about the walk to High Street? Is it doable?
It is really far. It's probably a 25-minute walk. Especially when it gets cold, it's going to be really long to walk there. I mean, people are always late to class.
I live in Beau Rivage townhouses. Definitely a long walk. So I definitely have to plan ahead. I usually walk an hour before.
Journalism specifically, all those classes are the farthest away from campus when that major needs to be the one most in touch with said campus. And it's just kind of alienating.
I just got out of class and my next class is in 15 minutes in Beaux-Arts Hall. Let's see how long it takes for me to get there. It took me 14 minutes and 30 seconds for me to just arrive to Beaux-Arts Hall. That doesn't include me talking to my professors or walking in or getting out of class. 15 minutes is not enough time to just be on time. And that's Rowan's opinion. I'm Jennifer Vargas with RTN News. Back to you at the desk.
Well, that's all we have time for today. I'm Rachel Williamson.
And I'm Lauren Rotella. Thanks for watching.